Assalamu
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
One day we were talking, and I realized that the main source of funding for mosques in general is apparently donations. And this is amazing, but I am a person who have done a lot of volunteer work and worked with nonprofit organizations in my home country in Egypt, that I realized from an earlier age that any establishment that relies 100% on donations only is going to be functional, but they are not able to plan for the future because they cannot predict the donations every month and plan accordingly. So we started talking about ideas. What else could be a source of financial stability? So the Imam and I started talking one day, and I got some ideas. However, I feel if I ask you all to brainstorm, we will have way better ideas. I think, and we give a lot of examples, that a lot of places rely on starting either businesses or they have ideas that get income that is stable every month to the mosque, and that's how they're able to rely and plan and grow. Same thing with universities, with temples, with religious institutions, and hospitals. So the mic is now with you all. What ideas do you think? Please.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. For the source of income for the masajid should be give service to the Muslim and Kurds. So I was visiting masjid to masjid in Florida, and they have this service they do to the Muslim. But you cannot ask people more than what they have. They can go another places to build. You have to create a facility here, serving people and charge them. Example. For our Shabbat Hill Masjid, we have Islamic world. We collect $100 for Islamic world.
Islamic world?
Uh-huh. Half of them to the masjid. We need 3 Umrah every year. 30% for the masjid. We have officiation of marriage. 20% for the masjid. We have class for pre-marriage. 50% for the masjid. And so on. So on. There is many things to come. When you write the Islamic world, you advise the person or give him a piece of emotional remembering for the Akhirah and ask him to write something for his world, portion of his world for the masjid. And this is what they call for universities and hospitals in the United States and museums even. Someone donated from part of his wealth to the masjid, 20%, 10%, 5%. By the years coming, you find a big work for the community. So we see about people starting to wake up in Saudi Arabia. Some people they will see. They say we have plenty of massages. Why keep building massages, building massages? Some people they have millions of dollars they put for universities. And now universities in Saudi Arabia, some places is counting, ranked in universities all over because of the honesty people they build it for their future. They put part of their wealth, the money with the senior, not for the young people. Money with the senior. Before we leave this life, we put some of our wealth for the masjid. This is what income. Over the years, you will find, mashallah, robots will have Islamic university, inshallah, and North Carolina.
Fabulous. I'm just going to repeat. So, if the mosque is offering services, they could charge, of course, competitive price compared to other private vendors. And these services could be having a percentage of the return coming to the mosque. That is a reliable source of income. And a great idea, if someone is writing their will, which is something I'm sure all of us are going to be doing at some point, either for Islamic purposes or for the U.S. laws to have the inheritance happen to the family. If you do that, you will be putting a will anyway, so you can also have a part of your inheritance to go to the mosque as part of your passing. Great idea. Go ahead. I'll probably need a pen and paper.
Sadiq, and this is Muhammad Ba, and both of us are members of the Duke community, along with many others, and we're daring to say something on behalf of the Duke Muslim community without their consent, explicit consent, that we're going to gather $1,000 by the end of May, the end of the academic year, and inshallah donate to this mosque.
It's amazing. We got $1,000, I guess, when we're sitting. Thank you. So that's also, that inspires another idea. So we are just neighbors to a major university and the hospital, and this is a great resource for people. 2,000? What? Two major hospitals. No, I'm serious. What is the
North Carolina Central University.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. So two major universities and hospitals. These are places where a lot of people are Muslims and a lot of people are interested in helping. So we should definitely get some contact with the Muslim community in order to involve them with that. What else?
We have someone from the system.
Yeah.
From the sisters?
Yeah.
Come on, guys, you have been in a wonderful country for years. You must have some capitalistic ideas by this point. So.
Assalamu alaikum. All praises to Allah and the gathering thing for the months. But one of the things that we can do, since you are now stateside, is there a couple of avenues that we have not explored, at least since I've been here, and that is some of the fundraising that the children do when they do the popcorn fundraisers, the double good fundraisers, the Krispy Kreme fundraisers, the Girl Scout cookie fundraisers. Those are things that we can entertain. In addition, and it's not traditional amongst a lot of the different communities of people that we have here from different places around from different places around the world that are now converging here, but those have very successful fundraisers, which is a service fundraiser. You can purchase, schools do it all the time, where they sell candies and popcorn and get all your friends to buy a bag, and the school or the masjid would get a kickback. The other portion of that is a GoFundMe page. Literally put out, we would like to raise $15,000 for a section of the land to be cleared. And you post it and you put it on all social media. Everyone has social media around the world. Everyone has emails. You post that and get whatever you give, and it gives a running tally of who donated what. You can be anonymous, or you can give your name. You can give as much or as little as you like, and in most cases, people surpass the goal. So I have not seen some of these more Americanized fundraisers implemented in this masjid, but it's certainly something that we can entertain.
Fabulous. So it's basically to try to have like some of the things that children do, like in schools, like we'll do the Girl Scouts, where people can go and like collect some of the donation, or they sell candies, or they sell small things. That is also another source, in addition to GoFundMe pages and trying to reach a lot of like viral sequential reach via social media. Beautiful, amazing. What else? There was something. And there, where's the mic? Yeah, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm also from Duke University, and I'm studying there. Like I'm doing a master's there, and I'm from Pakistan. So, like what I was thinking, like it's quite different. It's not about getting funds from like a donor or something like that. That we are just gathering money from. We are just collecting money from different people and putting into the mosque. But it is all about like recurring revenues, like that can generate like a monthly income or monthly monthly money which can be put into masjid. So one thing what I have seen so far back in my home country was that like people when they were working for masjid, so there were some of the committees that were working in generating revenues by selling newspapers that were solely for getting the money and putting it back to and giving it back to the community. So there might be so recurring revenues can be from variety of different things such as newsletters or by a website where you are providing like free courses sorry, not free courses, like the courses that can eventually generate you a revenue. So that's like one thing that I wanted to highlight here. Yeah.
So he actually just inspired me with something, because one of the greatest points about any mosque in the US is that it is a non-profit organization. This means it's an entity that can provide tax-free receipts for donations, or actually and get discounted services because they're a charity organization. I did that because I had a nonprofit, but so basically, if you're a nonprofit, you can reach out to any business and any company. They have a community service department. That's how they get tax breaks. And you can get discounted services and then offer it to the members of your community or your organization. Example, you can reach out to Microsoft and tell them, hey, we are a nonprofit. Can we get a discounted office program or software? Instead of $200 for the regular person, they will give it to us either for like free or like for $5 or $10. They do this every day. It's not an alien idea. So he was just suggesting something beautiful, that you can also have like services, people who would work for the mosque, and that could not just be just not like newspapers and then the profit comes here. The mosque could be involved in a lot of things that could be providing real services. So it depends on whatever people need. So like if we have a bunch of engineers who need AutoCAD and they want that for a discount, this is an easy thing to do. Same thing for everything that people need on a daily basis. So you could have a page on the website that has just discounted services based on agreements you do with like different businesses. So amazing idea. Else? Yeah.
The Islamic Society of Boston, a big mosque in Boston, they're working on a waqf. They're building an apartment building, and the rent from that goes to the mosque. And yeah, I thought that's one of the great ideas.
I know a bunch of physicians who did that. Instead of buying just like a private practice, they bought the land, built an entire apartment building, just took the first floor and made it their private practice, and the rest of the floors are just apartments they sold. So they made up their money just like that.
No, that's what they did. They bought the land and built on it.
Yeah.
So
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, great. So that's also like pending plan. What else? No idea is like bad, honestly.
The door is open. If anyone has an idea, can reach out and can text us.
How do they reach
send
out
it to
on
us.
the WhatsApp group or?
WhatsApp group, or come
Give people
personal.
a way.
Come to Ibrahim personally. Brother Ibrahim.
If you have any idea, please reach out to me. My number is on the door, 919-885-9116. Or WhatsApp, I'm always available. If you call me, I promise you, inshallah, I'll return your call in the next 5 minutes. I'm always available. Don't call me when I sleep. But, again, we have a notice, there's a notice box, suggestion box by the door. We check it all the time. You will leave a note. You want to be anonymous, inshallah, no problem. Anything you feel like you want to send me a text, please, every idea is welcome. No idea is too small, please. And with that, this is we're gonna open. We're gonna have a committee for research. We're gonna be the chairman of the research committee.
Yeah, good.
So I believe there's enough update. Alhamdulillah, Jazakumullah khairan for everybody for coming out. But Nasir, thank you.